Welcome to the class. Today let's talk about contract of bailment. Contract of bailment is defined under section 148 of Indian Contract Act. The word bailment derived from the word baillir in French. In French, the word baillir means to deliver. Therefore, contract of bailment is also about delivering goods from one party to the other. Generally, it is from the bailor to the bailee the goods are delivered. Okay. So, according to section 148, a contract of bailment is a contract in which bailor delivers goods to the bailee for a purpose and upon a contract that goods shall be returned or otherwise disposed of once that particular purpose is accomplished. Okay, I'll give you some examples. A is giving his mobile phone for repairing to B. Okay, that means A, who is the owner of the mobile phone, transferring possession of the phone to B for a particular purpose. What is the purpose? That the phone has to be repaired. Okay. Now, upon an agreement that once that purpose is accomplished, that means the phone is repaired, then B has to return the goods to A. Okay. So, bailor is transferring goods to bailee, delivering goods to bailee for a purpose, and upon an agreement that once the purpose is accomplished, goods shall be returned. I'll give you another example. Okay. A wants to go out for 1 week. A has a pet animal and A is not in a position to take the animal with him. So A leaves the pet animal with his neighbor. When he comes back, the neighbor will take care of the pet animal. This is another form of bailment whereby bailor is transferring the possession of goods to the bailee. Okay, and upon a promise that goods shall be returned once the purpose is accomplished. Okay, there can be many other examples like you are giving a scooter for servicing, you're borrowing a book from a friend, you're borrowing a car of your friend for going from one place to another place, you are allowing your friend to use your vehicle for 1 day or for a trip. On all these things, there is a transfer of goods from bailor to the bailee. Okay. Yeah. So now let's see what are the essentials of a contract of bailment. Okay. Let's talk about the essentials of a valid contract of bailment. Okay. Two parties. In every contract of bailment, there are two parties. They are the bailor and the bailee. The one who delivers goods is the bailor and to whom the goods are delivered is the bailee. Okay, for example, you are giving a dress material for stitching to a tailor. You are the bailor and the tailor is the bailee. Okay, now see. Transfer of possession. In every contract of bailment, this is the most important part. That means there must be delivery of goods. That is the transfer of possession. Goods must be transferred from one person to another person, but at the same time only possession of goods is transferred and there is no transfer of ownership. This is very important. When you are giving a scooter for servicing, you are not transferring the ownership, but you are transferring only the possession. Same thing in the first example, you are giving a dress material for stitching. You remain to be the owner of the goods, though the possession is transferred to another person. Okay. Now, every time you are delivering goods for accomplishing a particular purpose. It could be servicing, it could be repairing, it could be stitching, it could be traveling, it could be taking from one place to another place. But in all these cases, there is one specific purpose which has to be accomplished. Okay. Now, contract of bailment is basically an agreement, and this agreement could be implied or expressed. In both the cases, the agreement says that once that particular purpose for which possession of goods are transferred, once that particular purpose is accomplished, goods shall be returned or disposed of according to the directions of the bailer. Here I'll give you another example. You want to send something. Say for example, you want to send goods from Mumbai to New Delhi, and for sending it, you are approaching a courier agency. Okay, so what are you doing? You are transferring possession of goods to the courier agency. Okay, now what they have to do? What is the purpose? They have to take the goods from Mumbai to New Delhi, and after that you are directing who will collect the goods or to whom the goods are to be delivered. That means the bailee will return the goods to a person whom you are directing. Okay. Return of goods is as an essential part of the contract because bailee cannot permanently hold the goods. There is no permanent transfer. Always it is a temporary transfer of possession, and therefore bailee has to return either to the bailer or to any other person whom the bailer is directing. Okay. Now the last one. Basically, contract of bailment is a contract, and therefore remember section 10 of Indian Contract Act. Yes, there are essential elements of a valid contract. All of them must be satisfied in a contract of bailment as well. Okay, so all essentials of a valid contract, and over and above there must be two parties, bailer and bailee, transfer of possession, no transfer of ownership, for a purpose, upon an agreement, and goods shall. Let's talk about classification of bailment. Okay. On the basis of reward, bailment is classified into gratuitous and non-gratuitous. A gratuitous bailment is one where there is no charge. For example, A is leaving his pet animal with neighbor for going for a trip. Okay. So the neighbor is taking care of the pet animal without a charge, and therefore the bailment is gratuitous. Whereas in a non-gratuitous bailment, for example, you are giving a mobile phone for repairing, or you are giving a scooter for servicing. In all these cases, there is a specific charge, and therefore such bailments are non-gratuitous. Okay. Now see, on the basis of benefit, that means who is receiving benefit. On the basis of that, bailments are divided into three. That means there are bailments only for bailer's benefit. There are bailments only for bailee's benefit. And there are bailments which are for mutual benefit. For example, A is leaving the pet animal with his neighbor, or A is leaving the child with a friend for going out for a trip. Here only the bailer gets benefit because bailee is not charging. Okay. Now another example. A is borrowing his friend's car to go from Mumbai to Pune. Here A is a bailee. The bailer is the friend. But who is getting benefit? The bailee is getting benefit because he is using the car for a trip and the friend is not charging him. Okay. So in this case, only bailee gets benefit. Now there are bailments for mutual benefit, like these typical examples. You are giving something for you're giving something to a courier agency for sending. Okay, you have to pay courier charges and you will receive the benefit. Similarly, you are giving a dress for stitching. You will get it stitched and the tailor will get charges. Okay, so in Generally, bailment, most of them are for mutual benefit. Generally, those bailments are non-gratuitous bailments, whereas one party gets some service and the other party gets the reward in terms of remuneration. Okay, so this is classification of bailment. So in this video, we have learned the definition under section 148 of Indian Contract Act. What is bailment? We have also seen the essentials of a contract of bailment, and we also discussed about classification of bailment. Okay, now another video with the remaining part of contract of bailment. Till then, bye.